All right, the Chargers get some promising free agent news. If you're new to the channel, we're Detroit Lions fans, but this channel fully dedicated to the Chargers, and a couple really good things have happened here in the last day or so. Let's take a look at the first one. First one is that the Lions are going to release edge rusher Za'Darius Smith. I think this is a great fit for the Chargers because he fits that Bosa mold. He's healthier. He could come at a really good price. So you think, well, if he's so good, then why the Lions releasing him? Well, it's interesting because he's got a $2 million guarantee that's going to hit on March 15th. So the Lions had to release him before that cap hit went in. $2 million cap hit plus another $5.2 million in voided years that was already in his contract. So it's about $7 million, and it's just like, oh, it's just too much. Oh, actually, right here, that would mean while he would only play on the Lions roster in 2025, they would end up paying him almost $11 million in total payouts because he's got voided years on the end of his deal. So they're going to release him now so that he can just be a straight-up free agent. The reason I tell you all this is because it's not like, well, he sucks, Lions are getting rid of him. It's like, no, he's good. And he's still got a year, maybe two left in him. And all I'm saying is for the Chargers, as you're trying to build up this defense to just kind of be what it was last year, honestly, you could plug him in for Bosa. It'd actually be better because he'll play more than Bosa. This dude didn't miss any time last year. Was a real spark plug for the Lions. And he's healthy. Pressures are good. Sacks were even good there. I think he got 3 sacks for the Lions in just like 5 games. So that's good. You don't have to trade for him. This is just an open free agent that can come at a really good deal. Keep an eye out for that one. The other one that I want you to take a look at is that there's another free agent. And again, this is defensive players because we've been focusing so much on the offensive side of the ball. So again, let me know about Za'Darius Smith in the comments. I think you can get him for pretty cheap and 1-year deal. Give us everything you got, man. Like that's what it looks like for Za'Darius Smith. Okay, next one was more defensive players that could be just like, man, this is a great target for you as free agency opens next week. First one, Levi Onwuzurike, Detroit Lions player, defensive tackle that has just been injured. He was injured for 3 years and then played great last year. And so if you're Lions, the Lions are just kind of like, I don't know, man. Like people are going to go and outbid for this guy because he showed, all right, this is what's up. Onwuzurike had dealt with some injuries, but he's going to be 27, and when he's on the field, he's a disruptive presence, 100%. Get him at an affordable price. Keep an eye on Levi. Another Detroit Lion player. This is actually fitting. This is going well because I can speak to this. Carlton Davis, a true CB1. This is your number one corner. And I think if you, as these dudes are free agents and you want to come in with like, all right, we got Cam Hart and still doing their thing, but we need a true number one. This is the guy. He really is. So again, the Lions would want him back, but he's asking for $15 million a year. That's no problem for the Chargers because they have the 4th most free agent money in the league. So it's like, okay, come on over. Why not? Rasul Douglas. So this is kind of a 2-3, cornerback 2-3. He's not a number one. Interesting there. And then 2 edge rushers. The reason, and we don't have to break down each one, but the point is that edge rushers are all over out there. So getting rid of Bosa, who didn't really play anyway, and get an edge rusher that can actually play and make something happen is so much better. So as we've looked at this leading up to free agency, there's a couple things that we've noted. The Chargers have a ton of cap space. We know that they're going to go after offensive weapons and try to do things there. No question. Interior offensive line. No question. Like offensively, they want to get better. So defensively, that is where you can look to the draft, look to be smart with the free agents that we just showed you right there. This is why, man, you did the right things last year and you just were smart. You reset all of your draft picks, your free agent money. When everyone was like, all right, let's do something crazy. And it's like, now you get the fruit of that where it's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, you got all these picks, and it's like that. There we go. So everything's in place, and excited to see what you do. Now, here's just a quick update on DK Metcalf. So here, the Chargers. So here we go. Trade compensation for Metcalf being a second rounder or less is much more likely to have the Chargers on the negotiating table than Seattle's mandate of 2 top 100 picks. I agree. I think you can get this dude for a third rounder, seriously. And the Chargers are armed with cap space. He would probably want a pretty good deal. I don't know, but the Seahawks traded Geno Smith to the Raiders and are rumored to be pursuing Sam Darnold. If the price continues to drop, the Chargers could part with draft capital sooner rather than later. So, again, another one to keep an eye on. And the reason we say this now is because I know, like, there's rumors and all sorts of things. But the bottom line is things are actually, like, just happening. Geno Smith. I mean, right? Deebo Samuel. Like, things are actually Myles Garrett. So I don't remember the exact rules on like tampering and stuff because it feels like, what are we doing? Is this what tampering is? Are we supposed to be like signing deals and stuff already? But apparently it doesn't matter anymore. It's just like which it was a dumb rule anyway. Remember, you just couldn't talk to anybody till free agency started. It's like, but yet guys would sign a deal the second free agency started. So it's like, that's weird. How did you do that if you guys weren't talking before? Yeah, so anyway, it's happening. Things are happening. NFL free agency starts here in just about a week. And remember, Chargers, don't expect them to do stuff right out of the gates, but what will happen is they're going to be just kind of doing things, kind of staying consistent, picking up guys here and there, and then the draft is going to be the no-brainer because I think they may even trade back and get more picks. And I mean, it's just build through the draft because, and your whole evidence to that is, let's just go back to it. I mean, you just stare at this all day. Your whole evidence is Hart and Tariq Still, 5th rounders, starting corners. Like, if you can do that again, you've got, 5 and 6 round picks here, 5 of them. So it's like, all right, literally if just 2 of these 5 hit, it's worth it. I mean, it's hard to find these dudes, and you can find young, cheap talent in the draft. That's what you want. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you would go for Za'Darius Smith, and we'll see all of you on the next one.